Good day everyone, this is Waku Duelist today with a different sort of tutorial. This is going to be Blender. Now you may ask, what is Blender? Well, Blender is a 3D modeling program that lets you create 3D models like you see in 3D games like Call of Duty or your favorite FPS shooter. Alright, so this is Blender. Let's open it up. Alright, so this is your standard view, and I'm not really going to cover much except navigating Blender. So, the mouse wheel, the middle mouse wheel, you can use that to zoom in or zoom out. And on your number pad, you got your different views. Make sure you have number lock, and 7, that's top view, 8, user, 9, 4, 3, on and on, different kinds of views that you manage your 3D models a lot better. Yeah, so this is your standard cube that you get when you go to factory settings. So let us delete this cube and Shift A, and this is where you add everything. This is your mesh, which is usually the start for almost anything. You have a UV sphere. Use that in a lot of tutorials that I may be doing in the future. Alright, let's X out. Now you have a cone. You have all sorts of shapes that you can manage and stuff. Alright, so navigating. Press down the mouse wheel and rotate your mouse to move this a bit. Just as I'm doing right now, just press it and hold. Now let's go press 1 to go into front view. Now hold down Shift and scroll with the mouse wheel. As you can see, we can move along the Z-axis right now. Hold down Control. Now we're going on a different axis right now. The axis is these lines of directions, once you manage the mesh and what you're doing. And so let's say a UV sphere. And on here, you're going to be using this all the time. This is how you manage everything that goes on in here. Same with this. You have transform, object, shading, keyframes, on and on. Very important stuff. So press 0. Let's go into camera view. That's very important because if you press F12, that's called render, and that's how you get the final image after everything's set up. Alright. So if you press S, this is called scale. It scales it and makes it a bit larger. You can set it to a certain axis. This is the Z-axis, the X-axis, the Y-axis. That stretches it along. So let's go back. Control Z to undo it, just like any other program. Alright, G to move it wherever you want. R to rotate it. Same with this axis. Axis, axis. Alright, and right here you have, and if you want to select something, just right click it, have the camera selected, this selected, on and on, very good. Alright, this is your render, scene, world, let's see, object, constraint, modifier, on and on, good stuff, object, oh, materials. I'll be getting that in a lot of tutorials. This is very important if you're texturing, or it basically adds, how do I put this? The look of any mesh. Alright. Well, what should I explain next? Oh yes, you have the timeline here. This is where you do a lot of your movements and renderings. You have your lamp here, and as you can see, if I render it, the light is hitting there, and if I move this over here, the light is hitting there. So this is where your light comes from, basically. Very, very important to have good lighting. I'll explain that in even another tutorial, but this is just the first. Alright, so that's just navigating, basically what you're going to be doing, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Please rate, subscribe, all the common stuff, and I'll see you later in another tutorial.